So today in the morning, I suddenly have urged to develop a video on 8051 microcontroller. So basically, before going into the topic, I want to highlight your knowledge on what is the microcontroller exactly is. So before starting, in the field of technology, we have come across a long way, from remotes to the RFID technology to the sensors, from the laptops, mobiles, website you use, the computers, or the very busy processors. Okay, we come across a long way. So, to add up, after learning this topic, you may have an urge or to have a great enthusiasm to develop such, to add your own something new in this technology field. Okay, so I'm starting with what is MIMBA exactly microcontroller is. So, you have heard that you have your CPU or the processors with integrated with your computer system. So, what does they actually do? They do programs. Means users give programs, or the engineer will set up that computer has done some programming. Based on that, the processor executes its systems and control the system. But in the field of computer, the processors need input-output devices, the memory to store data, and the programs, and all other things. They need a very large space. Such lavish space does not come into the remote, come into the AC's remote or in the mobile or your mini laptops. Such space does not come. So what uh, what adjustment will be made by a scientist at that time? You know, actually it originated in 90s, 80s to 70s period. You can not even you not even imagine what the brain power they have, that they have come up with this technology at that time. Okay, so they come to know that we have to minimize the space on the all the components that come across the computer, that we actually have to take a monitor separately and the keyboard separately. Okay, they required, but for the long and the heavy processing, not for the such that suppose I have an AC remote with me. This is a Hitachi AC remote. I have AC. Okay, um, do I need a separate monitor, or this do I need a separate monitor for this, a separate keyboard for this, or this does not do any rocket science projects or any rocket science programs or execute any program like that. I don't need a heavy processor for this. So what to do for such system, that it must come in compact and in a small size. The matter of this, whenever you design such a product, you go across two ways. You come across the two things that you need specifically for this product. First is the size, and second is its compatibility. Okay, so start with microcontroller. I have highlight something about microprocessor. Microprocessor is a separate processor which needs separate memory space, which we have to attach separate input output ports. But the microcontroller is something that it is itself, it is a computer. Means I can tell you that it is itself a computer in a small chip. Okay, you don't need a big CPU. Yeah, in spite of that, it does not perform the heavy performance that will be done by your CPU or your processor. It will do a minute programs or the minute processes that you give it to. Suppose what is the purpose of this AC remote? Okay, it will cool the temperature, increase the temperature, set up the timer of on or off of AC, the power saver, and the fan, rotation of fan, the fan speed. All these come across in this remote. If I hope you can see it, all these come across in this remote. It does not do anything more than that. It has a specific function to go with. It has specific function to go with, and the specific program to execute. Not more than that. Okay. So in this remote, we have a microcontroller in it. You may have your oven or a heating, any heating or a refrigerator or anything. Let's take an example of oven. You insert a dish that you have to bake. It rotates the dish inside the microwave oven. It rotates. It's count a timer. You set the timer. Okay. So all this for the counting of the timing that you have set, and for the rotating of the dish, it's all need a processor. Okay. So specifically for the counting, there is one microcontroller inserted in it. For the rotating of the this, there is specific microcontroller inserted in it. After completion of the all these things, there will be interrupts in separate microcontroller, which will suddenly stop the all the execution of your oven. Okay. So you will learn about it more. I will make a playlist if you like this video. I will make a whole playlist regarding microcontroller. You have been going with many courses like coding, C++, code, Python, Java, and many more. But I think you should know that where it all comes up from. How can you manage such coding in your software, because you should know the hardware before that, that how this all is happening in the background, in the back end of your system. Okay, so we will start with the microcontroller 8051. Okay, so the start the 8051 microcontroller, you may know or you may not know that. Now firstly tell me, what are the two types of primary memory? First is RAM, second is ROM. Okay, so the RAM is volatile, ROM is non-volatile. Okay, I hope you have studied it in ninth and 10th of your class. Tell me, if you have certain program that this remote is something doing that, it is increasing the temperature, it is decreasing the temperature, it is purifying your air or anything else, it is doing that performance. So tell me, um, that the program which was stored in this remote since its manufacturing. Has it been changed? If I remove the battery, I will show you. If I remove the batteries of this remote, will it be stop performing after removing batteries or stop performing after giving out or removing the power supply from it? No, no. Yeah, no. It will not stop because it is stored in ROM. You absolutely know about what is RAM and ROM. RAM is volatile, and that if you switch off the power supply, it will vanishes off. It will erase the data or programs, whatever it has in it stored. So okay, uh, so to go with the specific idea about RAM and ROM in microcontroller, it also has RAM and ROM integrated in within that single chip. Okay, so tell me, programs are stored in RAM or ROM? Um, yeah, absolutely wrong. If if it had been in a ROM, that after removing one-time sale that you have bought the product from retailer shop, I have some kid or I remove the battery from it, and it is useless now. It is useless until and unless you can program it again. It is useless because it will lose its program. What to do if you if suddenly you fall on something and you lost your memory? You know how to talk? No, no. You have lost until and unless you have someone to like PK that he holds the hand of some guy and he uses that memory. Okay, that's not a part of it, but I'm giving just an example of it. Okay. So start with 8051 microcontroller. It has RAM and ROM to separate memories. RAM for storing data. अब तुम्हें ये क्वेश्चन आ रहा होगा डेटा डेटा कहाँ स्टोर करूँगा कौन सा डेटा भाई माइक्रोकंट्रोलर में सुनो ओवन का एग्जांपल लो टेम्परेचर सेट किया टेम्परेचर कहाँ सेट हुआ 25 डिग्री 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस तुमको कुछ कुक करना है स्पेसिफिक टेम्परेचर तो कहाँ सेट हुआ या ये रिमोट का एग्जांपल ले लो एसी बढ़ाए टेम्परेचर सेट किया मैंने 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस सपोज या अभी के मुताबिक 18 डिग्री सेल्सियस सपोज इन समर से तो मैंने क्या किया सेट किया at time I have said that data 25 degrees Celsius it gets stored in the RAM component of microcontroller, not in ROM. Because suddenly second day, if it suddenly starts raining outside, I need to increase it up to 22. It will not increase, and you will go up or stuck up with 18 degrees Celsius and that. So मतलब डेटा हमें हमेशा चेंज करना टाइम टू टाइम हमें चेंज करना पड़ेगा वो हम रॉम में स्टोर नहीं कर सकते ठीक है रैम में हम स्टोर कर सकते हैं कि आज मैंने 22 डिग्री दिया 22 डिग्री दिया तो कल मैं 20 डिग्री भी दे सकता हूँ इट डिपेंड्स ऑन मी okay that's why we need a separate memory for the data and a separate memory for the program the RAM will be stored for data and the ROM will have the storage of programs okay that this structure is called Harvard structure yeah it is given by Harvard University expert and all okay so mm, you 8051 is an 8-bit microcontroller अरे यार एक बीट क्या होता है यार बीट is 0 and 1 okay 0 and 1 you have suddenly come up with from your non-standard that computer can understand only 0 and 1 bit but how the signals high and low of course if you are not a part of electronic engineering or a technical any engineering you may get confused a little bit but let's take an example you are angry you are at your high state you are at peace you are at low state just increase it is specifically voltage high and low components of it takes an electricity voltage high and low and that does not take part of your learning okay so 8051 is a microcontroller. Something microcontroller looks like this. I hope you can see the screen out of your view. The microcontrollers looks like these. This is the ICs that are embedded in your programs. You need the processor. You know that mobiles has processor, that Snapdragon, वगैरह वगैरह. That also is a form of this. Okay, so 8051 specific. We are learning about 8051 microprocessor chip like this. It is a 40-pin IC. 40-pin IC means this are the pins. You may see such there is 40 pins present in all over the chip. That's why it is called as 40-pin IC. Okay, so to start with 8051, it has RAM, it has ROM, okay, it has processor, it has input output ports, and what else you need from a small chip, okay? Uh, if you are a scientist, you may develop it in the future. That depends on you. So it is a 8-bit microprocessor. What it means actually, 8-bit microcontroller means it is has 8-bit ALU. It can perform 8-bit arithmetic and logical operation at a time. Okay, so the 8-bit means that one bit can be 0 or 1. Suppose there are 8 blocks in front of you. Imagine that the one each block has can be 0 or 1. Okay, so the 8 bits you can say that 2 raised to power 8 possibilities are there. Possibilities of the system or the things that out there that you may have learned in permutation and combination if you have go with seriously in it in 12th class. Okay, so the ROM of what ROM of microcontroller 8051 is of 4 KB. अभी अभी के बच्चों को लग रहा होगा भाई मेरा गाना 1 MB का आता है गाना छोड़ा यार इमेज भी डाउनलोड 1 MB को 4 KB में क्या ही उखाड़ लेंगे इसमें क्या करोगे तुम मेरे को बताओ इसमें क्या ही करोगे इसमें? तुम्हें गाना स्टोर करना है, इसमें कुछ करना है तुमको? नहीं, बस तुमको बटन दबाना है, टेम्परेचर सेट करना है, बस इतने प्रोग्राम्स है ना, इतना मेमोरी का क्या करोगे भाई? ठीक है, इट इज़ मोर देन इनफ। ओके, तुम समझो, इट हैज़ 64 KB, मतलब किलो बाइट्स। Kilo means 1024 bytes. Okay, and one byte is consist of how much? 8 bits. So one bit consists of zero or one, high or low signal. So you can imagine how much of information we can store in the form of bits in it. Okay. So it has total 4,000. You can get a calculation of it. I don't want to do it. And the RAM consists of 128 bytes. Okay, yeah, from 4 KB to 128 bytes. You must be laughing what to do with 128 bytes. It is RAM. It is a much faster and less faster than your brain. Okay. So 8051 consists of, I told you that it consists of RAM and ROM, ROM of 4 KB and RAM of 128 bytes. Okay. It has input output ports, 4 ports, each of 8 bit. It also has serial and parallel. I will tell you in upcoming videos what it is actually. You just take and features of it in this video only. It has a 4 8-bit bidirectional input output ports. Bidirectional मतलब अंदर बाहर, तो डेटा हम अंदर से बाहर भी कर सकते हैं, बाहर से अंदर भी कर सकते हैं। जैसे तुम अभी पढ़े नहीं तो तुम्हारे पेरेंट्स भी तुम्हारे साथ कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? So it is a bidirectional input output ports. It will do input and output function both simultaneously. Simultaneously not simultaneously भी, अच्छा उस पर हम बात में करते हैं, वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा डिप टॉपिक। So it has serial port which will do serial communication for a long distance. Serial communication is bit by bit communication, that I will first send an one bit high signal, then I will send the low signal. This high low combination will be interpreted by processor in its way to understand what it actually means. मतलब अगर ब्रोकर होता है, मैं चुटकी बजाता हूँ, दो चुटकी बजाई, मतलब अपने को कुछ समोसा चाहिए, एक रेस्टोरेंट है उसका कुछ रूल है, दो चुटकी बजाई तो मुझे समोसा मिलेगा, तीन चुटकी बजाई तो मुझे वड़ा पाव मिलेगा। तो वैसे ही अगर सीक्वेंस ऑफ कुछ हाई लो सिग्नल मैंने भेजा, वोल्टेज का वेरिएशन करके कुछ भेजा मैंने, तो उस हिसाब से वो हाई लो के हिसाब से वो समझ जाता है प्रोसेसर कि मुझे एक्चुअली करना क्या है, मुझे समोसा लाना है, मुझे वड़ा पाव लाना है। एक्चुअली वो लाता नहीं है, तेरे को भी पता है। लाता होता भाई मैं मंगा देता भाई। वैसे भी हॉस्टल वालों के लिए लगे पड़े हैं खाने के बाद। सो ठीक है। अब जो लोग बोल रहे थे कि इतनी छोटी छोटी मेमोरी का करने का, तो 4 KB उसकी खुद की रॉम है इंटरनल, इस चिप में इंटीग्रेटेड। उसके अलावा हम एक्सटर्नली विद द हेल्प ऑफ पोर्ट्स वी कैन अटैच 64 KB ऑफ रॉम and the 64 KB of RAM to external RAM and ROM through its port. Integrated सिर्फ 4 KB ROM और 128 bytes RAM. Okay. It works on 12 megahertz frequency, that oscillation and वगैरह वगैरह I will tell you in next video. This is a 4 to pin IC, I have already told you. Okay. So this was all. I will show you just wait a minute. I will show you. Wait a minute. 051. This is an 8051 pin diagram. You might be help to see it. I will explain it in another video. In the next video, have a look at that. Do a numerous function. Okay, numerous. You cannot imagine at that time, 90s time, the humans were such brainy that most of the invention has been done in that time. But today, not the same phase or not the same thing happening with us due to the our mental problems and all times we are engaged with on social media. That's all. Thank you. If you like this video, please tell me in comment section. I will make a playlist regarding all 805 microcontroller. It is a processor, it's architecture, it's addressing modes. I will highlight more upon. I will teach you from scratch, and any topic you didn't understand in it, point in comment section. I will explain it in next video. Okay. Thank you so much.